That's the cold open.
Ancient Chinese secret.
I say this
100%.
stuff all the time. I go, "Where's my big, strong Polish guy?"
Where's my big strong sausage panda?
Oh, there you okay.
Sausage Panda
Sausage
is
Panda?
the best nickname for Johnny
The
I've
fuck,
ever
dude?
heard.
I didn't like that at all.
Oh my God, calling you a sausage panda? What about a pierogi panda? Oh, that's so much worse.
We could have called this podcast Sausage and Panda.
Oh man, sausage panda. Oh, that,
Oh.
we might. We could keep all the salsa parlor logos and keep using SP. We might have to seriously consider changing the podcast name to Sausage Panda.
I think Jim just said the most cancelable thing on the podcast yet.
What? I was calling you my big, strong Polish guy.
That's fine.
My big, strong Polish guy.
It'd be so cool if everyone was racist to me for being a Polak.
Yeah, big, dumb Pole. What do you got? What are you sipping on?
I got a poopy.
You got a poopy? I got a ghost.
Nice.
Ghost energy, and it tastes like it's Welch's grape flavored.
Nice.
And it's disconcerting, or I think concerning, how much it does taste like the grape juice. So I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, that's just
Doesn't have that energy drink taste.
no. It tastes like Welch's grape juice, which tells me Welch's grape juice is 100% chemicals. There's no way, dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like, oh, that's pretty close. This is spot the fuck on. So I'm like, nah, we're drinking chemicals.
Yeah, I'm having a classic cola flavored poppy. I'm scarfing down poppies today because high protein diet has been. I'm flirting with hemorrhoids a little bit.
Oh no, dude.
I haven't got them. But I can feel it.
You're
like
a young
some-
man. You don't need to be on your dad's high protein, diverticulitis, shit and blood diet, dude.
I
What
don't
are
know. That's how I was raised.
you shit blood?
That's
Where
what
do you
that's what
mean?
every big Polak does, dude.
Yeah. All right. How many Polacks does it take to clog a toilet?
I'll tell you what. 1/2. That's how many. That's how many it takes. I used to be a notorious toilet clogger. I was like a problem. If people invited me to their house, I would clog their toilet, like without fail.
As a sign of dominance?
Yeah. Also, to just see
Hey,
if
where's
they
your
had.
bathroom? I gotta take a dumperooski.
Well, and I think we've visited this before. I think we've touched on this before, but like that's how I found out a lot of people don't own plungers or don't know where their plungers are.
Right, but those are the wrong kind of people. We have talked about this, and if
Yeah.
you're a plungerless household,
No, that's
fucking,
insane.
what are you doing?
Keep
What
it
are you
next
doing?
to the toilet. There's no other place for it to be. Because usually it was like a whole run around the house. Like, oh, I don't know. We never used it. And I'm-
Yeah. To talk about a real bird shit household.
yeah, dude. I used to. It
We've
was
never had to use the plunger.
Specifically-
How did get it out of storage?
my European friends were like that. Like in Thailand, like
Dude, it's because European people they eat like good food and they're like, oh, we take great shits. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
malnourished and have shitty bodies.
yeah, dude. They're bony
Nah.
and they eat like crazy.
Whenever a European's like, oh my God, like Americans are so unhealthy, I'm like, you look like a cigarette commercial for like from the 50s, dude. Like, don't tell
Yeah.
me you guys are doing great. You're like,
You look
"Oh,
like
our
you should be
beef."
hanging out in the waiting room at Beetlejuice. A lot of those
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. I'm like, what the fuck are you on about, dude? I'm like, the concentration camps were 70 years ago, and y'all still look like you just got out 2 weeks ago. I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
All right, no, I'll stay on
Yeah,
this
the
hill
French.
alone.
No, you're.
Yeah,
I'm,
all right.
What do you mean? I'm here.
All right.
You think I'm gonna turn? You think I'm gonna turn to
I just my back got a little cold. I'm like, oh, he's a couple steps behind now.
Yeah.
He's not right on my 6.
Every time you do a Holocaust joke, I'm gonna turn into a Johnny-shaped cloud, and the microphone just floats for a second and then falls.
Don't give me talking about the IDF again, dude. You know me. I'm always thinking about those boys in green.
The boys and the gals. Don't forget the gals.
So how could I forget about the gals, dude?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. lot been going on since we chatted last.
Yeah,
Which
a
is
whole,
crazy.
A whole pope died.
I know. Well, I talked to you. He might have died while I was watching The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, you might have done it, dude.
Me not liking The Passion of the Christ. Was
Maybe
the
he
final
maybe he
straw.
died the exact same moment Jim Caviezel dies in the movie. It might have perfectly aligned.
But he comes back. Jim,
Yeah.
that
Hey, give it
final
3 days.
That final shot is hilarious of the Caviezel's, of old Caviezel's, like standing up, and they're like, "You see his hand? It did happen."
Yeah.
And
Wait,
like, all right.
do they show the resurrection at the end? I don't.
Yeah, it's like the last.
It's like the stinger, the sequel stinger.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, look who got up.
It's like the ending of Masters of the Universe when Frank Langella sticks his head out of the water and he's just like, "I'll be back," and then
it's exactly like that.
it's literally the same thing.
Yeah. No, I couldn't tell the difference between those two films. I talked to my dad about it. My dad's not a Passion of the Christ fan either. We're
Yeah.
a Last Temptation household.
Dude, Last Temptation is the superior movie
Yeah.
by
And the
far.
The Catholic Church doesn't like, and they might have even condemned the Last Temptations.
I
of
think
Christ.
some Catholics did. I mean, Scorsese's a Catholic. You know, he's just not as intense as Mel Gibson is. And look, no shade to Mel Gibson. We're big fans here at Chinese Rocket
Oh
Force.
my
We have
God, Mel, take
Mel,
us,
take
the
us
fuck
with you.
you.
Take us with you to hell where you're going. Please take us with you.
I want Mel Gibson to reprise his role as Mad Max because now he is truly insane.
Yeah.
It would just be like,
He's Mad
Yeah.
Mel, dude.
yeah, Mad Mel would just be in character the whole time. Like, the world's gonna be like this, right? Like,
I do think like an old like grizzled Mad Max would be sick, and I think I like old actors. They get more interesting in their face when they get older. Like Mel Gibson, I think has a more interesting face now because of all like the drugs and the alcoholism
Well,
and everything.
it just looks like tough leather that is still
Yeah.
sitting on bone.
Yeah, dude, he looks like he's made of like wet newspaper, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, he's a paper mache of himself. It's just
Stallone?
he's wearing a mask of his own face. Yeah.
Stallone, dude, the last Rambo movie. There's parts of that movie where they have these like extreme close-ups of Stallone's face, and I watched that in theaters, and he looks like a fucking gargoyle. He's so like his eyes got even like more sunken in, and it's like
Dude,
it's like
that fucking HGH bone growth shit.
yeah,
man.
it's that combined with the aging and
Yeah.
being Italian and everything that just fucks up your face over time.
He's-
And it's so compelling. It's like I want to keep looking at his face. I think old actors need to be used more.
I do. Yeah, they do. I do look at some of those guys in the same way I look at like a horrific piece of classical art, like a Dorian Gray painting,
Yeah.
where I'm like, I can't look away. Like, also, this is something when I see an old dude with like John's. I was watching WrestleMania with Mike last night, and like John Cena starting to be an old dude, you know.
Yeah.
But his arms look clownishly large still.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's not for science, but I'm like, what if he just sawed one of those things off and weighed it? You know, what a dumb piece of meat those arms are.
Yeah.
It
They
seemed
that
with
could feed a family.
Yeah, like when I look at John Cena's forearms or Sly's forearms, I'm like, oh yeah, buddy, what a malnourished family could do with that slab of meat.
That's the best thing is like a guy who was really strong, you know, and probably is still strong, and like roided up, plastic surgery, unhealthy, but also healthy.
Yeah.
And now he's 65 to 85 years old. Like looking at that face, it's like counting the rings on a tree stump, you know,
Yeah, they're-
and just thinking about all the years that have passed by and all the stories that those wrinkles had to tell, you know.
Well, they're all weathered up, but they're using drugs to. It's not young. They're not
No.
staying young. They're staying durable still,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
workable. So they're like aged up, but they're still able to fully function.
Yeah.
Because dude, you think about a regular old man in his 70s. They start to, they're like, "Hey, kids, you want to wear this?" And
Yeah.
meanwhile, Sly's just out there like, "Yeah, you want to suck down some eggs?"
Well, also
Suck down some eggs and have sex with hot 40-year-olds.
So I do want to do all those things, dude.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
thing.
If Sly started handing me cold, hard-boiled eggs dipped in hot sauce, and he's like, "Dude, we're about to absolutely dominate some young 40-year-olds," I'd be like, "I'm 30-something." He'd be like, "Doesn't matter. You're 70 when you're with me."
The thing is, a strong old guy like that is potentially more dangerous than any young guy because they're not going to be like scrappy with you. If they punch you, it's like they've got arthritis or they got like calcium deposits on their
they're gonna
joints.
shoot to kill
so they're gonna
immediately.
big punches.
And
you know,
probably to your throat or nuts.
exactly.
They're not-
Each punch is meant to be the last one.
yeah, they're putting you down
Yeah.
because their gas tank is 3-4 golden bullets.
They're not fucking around. They're not fighting for the long haul. Dude.
No. That's why when I fight old men, which I do constantly, I hit them with the same dirty tricks. I go throat punch. Nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like,
Gotta
Luke,
be
why
quick.
are you absolutely TKOing these old dudes? They're like, they were coming to kill me. They're a whole the lady they fuck older than me, and I can't deal with that. Can you
I've been
imagine that?
wondering why Bob Phillips has been walking with a cane.
That's because Bobby Phillips now he'll fucking slap you, dude.
Yeah,
Better
dude,
watch out.
He's in his most dangerous years right now.
Yeah, that and Bob stands his ground. you don't sell arms and then not carry a Derringer.
No, especially with the Luigi Mangionis on the loose.
Yeah, dude.
That's yeah.
J-
Bob, check your six, Bob.
Yo,
Please.
something tells me Sal's not watching his sector. Sal D'Amelio's grandson's coming for you, Bob. Dominic D'Amelio's gonna shoot you, Bobby.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, Bob. Hey, Bob knew to become friends with an Italian guy. You got to keep your enemies closer. You know?
Absolutely, dude. That's why I'm always heading to scatty dinners and
Yeah.
just hanging out, being a friend of the mob. You know,
Dude,
never
speaking
asking for favors, but
speaking of Italians, rest in peace, Frank. Man, the goat,
we talking about the Pope.
Pope Frank, dude.
Popey Franks.
Popey Franks.
Down with the gays.
I think so.
He was kind of.
You know what I really like about because he was a straight guy. He
didn't
straight as an arrow, that guy, and he was like I think the only pope who ever admitted that he almost didn't become a priest because he really wanted to bang a lady.
Yeah, well, wasn't he Brazilian
Francis.
or Argentine? Yeah, where's he from? Brazil. He came from the land of landing strips and fat butts.
Oh,
that
yeah,
will
dude.
keep you.
That'll
thinking about
test
that.
you.
Yeah.
The good Lord is testing you in Brazil.
Listen, eternal bliss sounds pretty great, but
Yeah.
if you see a sun-kissed dumpy walking at you, then you're like, I'm gonna put this Bible down for a second. I'm gonna take a look.
Hey, we all have our own definitions of eternal bliss, and it depends on how long that sun-kissed dumpy can stay in the old noggin. I think.
Man, what if he made it and then Jesus was like, my guy, nothing but sun-kissed dumpies for you here. But he has to be old Frank still. I don't think he'd care.
Yeah.
you
I mean,
think
who cares?
Die and go to heaven because it's comprehensible. Do you think do you get your apex body or do you get the body you died with? Because really, it shouldn't matter.
I like to think you're your baby self.
Yeah,
I think who you are when you're a baby before the natural world painted you. You know.
You're just so big. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to heaven. I'm gonna be in heaven as a 9-pound fat baby with a giant head
Dude,
and a
where's
little
my
tiny dong,
fucking
just little uncircumcised dong.
you fucking sausage panda baby,
Yeah,
just rolling around.
No, I'll be a bit. It's more like a ding. It'll be just a little guy, but that's fine. I think that's what we'll all be like up there. I think it'll be the great equalizer. You know,
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
That's gotta suck if he gets up there. He's like, I thought it was gonna be sun-kissed dumpies forever.
I hope he gets them. I hope Francis gets everything he asks for up there. I hope it's all the Brazilians he didn't have sex with just so he could live in a palace and wave his arms around once a day.
Yeah, and he was good at that. Let me tell you.
He was, dude.
Yeah.
He was a master at that.
I-
He does. Here's the thing, because I think the last thing he did was, it was Easter, and he blessed everybody for Easter, and then again he called for a ceasefire in Gaza because he's like the only pope that's like pro-Palestine, and then mysteriously died that night. And there's always
hang on, he was on the ropes.
well, no. Here's the thing. Yeah, he's an 88-year-old man who was sick for many weeks, but
yeah, I don't think the Mossad showed up and like.
dog, that's not going to stop people from theorizing.
I know, but all right. Here's the thing. So the Mossad, they got to fight the Swiss boys then. So that's
Yeah.
crazy, because the Swiss Guard were probably on, like they were on it. They're like
Yeah.
our guys saying some shit, and then
I think we got a movie.
I think
I think we got a movie idea here.
the
Mossad versus the Swiss.
the Mossad versus because would it be Mad Mossads take the Vatican City? I'm trying to think of what would be
Mad Mossad's of the Vatican. It would be like a Michigan Chillers book.
yeah, something like that. Like my brain is currently calculating, but like I keep hitting a racist. like I clicked, I'm like crazy. Nope, that's not it. Like,
Here's my movie. It's Die Hard in the Vatican. All right, you got Pope Frank in the Bruce Willis wife beater,
Sure.
still 88 years old, but running around for his life, defending himself against the Mossad.
All right.
They're hunting him down. I think that's the movie.
And then the Mossad, turns out they're not there to kill him at all. Classic Mossad move. They're there for the money the whole time.
Oh, you were so
Just-
afraid of saying something offensive.
What? That's a Die Hard reference. It has nothing to do with the Mossad.
It has nothing to do with
yeah.
a certain group of people liking money. That
No,
has nothing. Yeah,
absolutely. Also, can we be frank? Every group of people likes fucking money.
that is true.
That's fucking
true.
insane.
Yeah.
Now, one group definitely got super good.
That would be like if you were like, oh, those Muslims, they like to breathe and drink water.
yeah, it's exactly like that.
You're like, yeah, wow. Somebody's pretty greedy with that air and water.
I mean, but soon enough, we're going to be having a total recall thing in Palestine where we're like, give them the air.
They will. That
Give
sounds like
'em the wa-
something.
Also, the water is an issue in Palestine already. So,
Yeah.
yeah. The air's not far
And they have a whole river and sea. Why is that a problem?
from the river or the sea is what I'm saying. Get that water into
From the river or the sea is where we're drinking.
God. It is, dude. It is kind of crazy. We live in the day and age of like on-site gaslighting, or just like people lying directly in front of the truth, being like, "Nah, we're not killing aid workers." It's like, nah, you can see it from start to finish. Those people got off an aid ship, kind of just moseyed on into town, and then you hit them with a drone missile, and they're like, "Yeah, but that could have been anybody." Like,
Yeah.
oh, they were aid workers.
Those are aid workers. That was a woman.
Yeah,
That was a woman you got.
it is fucking gnarly, dude.
Yeah. But
Who do you think? Who do you think they're gonna pope up next? Because you think we're gonna get a crazy racist pope or another cool pope? You want to get poped up?
I'll throw my hat in the ring. Get me in on that conclave.
Yeah, you know what?
dude.
Me too. I'll pope up.
Yeah. We'll be a couple of cards.
Oh my god, dude! You couldn't pope up. You'd have
No?
to give up all that Brazilian stuff. There's no way, dude. MFM as a
come on.
pope, you'd be like, guys, love the position, not as much as Doggy, and I'm out.
This is my first move as Pope. Same old church, but we fuck now.
We
That's what I'm
fuck.
saying.
You are allowed to fuck ladies now.
They fuck now. They fuck now.
They
That's
wow, a Rianne Johnson trailer cut.
not Ryan Johnson. That's a J.J. Abrams.
Oh, it's
that's
a JJ.
That's a deep cut. That's a Star Wars Rise of Skywalker
They
reference.
can fuck now. They can fuck now.
Oh, they fuck now. They fuck now. They fuck now.
Yeah, that's for 3 people.
Yeah, that's for all. Yeah, we know exactly who that's for.
That's for our audience.
You dorks. Here you go. Here's your slop.
enjoy your first order stormtrooper references.
First order.
Slopping around, dude. No, I don't know. Rumor has it, because here's the thing: if they poped up a Nazi already, right? Remember who was before Francis? Who like
Benedict?
He got tired of being the Pope, and then was like, I'm done poping.
Checked out. Well, you make a lot of
Is
money
he
as
dead
Pope.
yet? Is he dead yet?
You know what? If he's not, just bring him back. Why not?
Well, no. Technically, there was 2 popes. It's just like
Yeah, I saw the movie.
Like, he wasn't acting as a pope. He was just poping around. That's
that's the best part of the job.
Yeah,
poping
just poping around. Yeah, dude.
Just being like Ferris Bueller.
Can you imagine being like a retired pope?
Yeah.
Just dicking around the Vatican. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. Thinking about going to crank one out under the Sistine.
I think I'm going to jerk off in the Sistine Chapel.
Yes, Dracula. Dude, just doing Dracula voice.
Yeah.
I want to comb my balls.
I want to jack off. I want to touch my dick.
Just instead of bite marks on people's necks, it's just fucking,
it's just a pearl necklace.
Yeah, just blast on their neck. Got a lot of blast on you.
I think it'd be a little pearl necklace. It would be elegant. It would just be pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
because this is still the Pope we're talking about. Let's not disrespect the man.
The Pope,
I don't think he's just blasting it shotgun
doesn't
style.
Shoot ropes. That's
no,
for sure.
No. I think he's very
ways.
meticulous. I think he aims, and I think he hits his target.
I vehemently disagree. I think a Pope is reckless with the load.
Okay, well, we clearly have different opinions on on men of the cloth. Yeah.
If you got to ask the Pope one question, mine would be like, yo, do you bust? Ever?
Like,
because if you don't, like the Pope's sheets have got to be absolutely coated with wet dream nonsense.
No, if I got to have a real chat with the Pope, if I got to do real talk with him, I'd be like, I'd just be like, hey man, listen, I believe in God too. All right, but like, really, like, do you really? That's what I do. I'd just be like all of this.
What? Okay,
really?
well, because the Bible says you shouldn't spill your seed, but what if it just kind of falls out?
Yeah. What if it just trickles?
Well, because if you're asleep, you're not actively. That's God. Nope. Nah. Even the blasphemy on that one, I was like, I got to stop myself there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I felt the lightning bolt charging.
No, he's. Did you see the last guy to see him was J.D. Vance? Visited.
Yeah, everybody's
the
talking
Pope.
about that. That does suck.
That's the last guy he had to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there was some nice nun that escorted JD out, and the Pope was like, "That guy sucked. I'm out."
He was like,
"Did you
"God
hear?
damn."
He had a stroke and then a heart attack."
Yeah, the old double tap.
Dude, talk about coach calling you back to the bench. like, dog, you're getting called home.
So is stroke and heart attack the new code for the Mossad and the Swiss? Is that what we're doing?
It could be. I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you what, the Mossad probably stroked him off. Better than the old Swiss. It is weird, the Swiss guard. They're like, they get hot teenage Swiss boys that they're like, you want to guard the Pope? And they're like, yeah, I guess I'm depressed and kind of bi-curious enough to go.
Yeah, all those Swiss guards look like they should be in One Direction.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
like boy bands.
There's something cool about having like a hot combat unit, because if we got those Swiss guard boys and those IDF chicks to copulate, that's the hottest soldier making in the world, dude.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh man, would you be upset if a hot soldier killed you?
Yes.
Yeah, would that would bum you out?
Yeah.
The hot guy was just bayoneting your guts, and your last thought is like, "Fuck, his jawline's better than mine." Fuck. Yeah,
Dude.
because I'll tell you what, I would feel real good about killing a hot guy in a war if I
Yeah.
killed a hot dude.
That'd feel like 2 guys. I feel like that'd be like double the points.
Yeah, I think so. Your KD spread goes up if you kill a hot guy.
Yeah.
Because think about that. Like in Fight Club, there's the scene where he's like, I want to destroy something beautiful. And he's beating the shit out of Jared Leto. But imagine if you were like, oh, man, I really destroyed something beautiful.
Yeah.
I fucking took him out, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, I guess we both agree we want to kill pretty men.
Only in war. I don't go around the
Right.
streets going like, I'm going to fucking kill that guy. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it would bum me out. Like, if we're in a foxhole, you're asleep, it was your watch, and then a hot guy hops in our fucking foxhole, and he starts stabbing me. Oh, I'm like, John, you better put this hottie down, dude. you better slice this hot dude's head off. It's my dying wish is going to be like, you fucking get up.
Yeah,
John.
dude, I'll slice his head off and I'll keep the head. I'll take it with me.
Yeah, nah, I'd probably get rid of it.
No, I'd hang on to it just in case. Just
hey, baby. Hey, baby, if you don't think I'm good looking, what about this guy? This is what happens to hot dudes when I'm around.
This has been an evil riff sesh so far, Lou.
What are you talking about?
This has been a dastardly set of riffs.
This is not that dastardly. You're
so?
still, yeah, man. You're still freaking out about gay dudes snatching your ex.
Oh, come on, I'm over that.
No, okay.
As long as they're not hot gay dudes.
Let me tell you, if China had a company of the hottest gay dudes in the world, and they're trained up. They're trained up.
What if we called our podcast "Hot Gay Dudes"?
I mean, some people already call it that, I'm sure.
Some people do, which is a very weird insult. You know, you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I guess so.
To be fair, I think only one Rocketeer calls us that.
Hot and gay. Yeah, there's one guy.
Yeah, there's one. Shout out, you know exactly who you are.
You know
I'm
who
not
you are.
I'm not shouting you out.
No, he knows we're not gay because he's only attracted to straight men. So I think
I don't believe that for a second.
you don't believe that he's attracted to straight guys.
Is that a gay fetish?
No, I think it's just that like he's attracted to masculine qualities.
Well, first of all, they're just called fetishes now. But
Sure.
Okay, hang on, wait. You
that's
just
not a
said
fetish. It's just like if
you're
you're a gay
and
guy,
only attracted to straight dudes.
well, if you're like particularly attracted to like masculine qualities, odds are you'd be more attracted to straight dudes than gay
but there's
dudes.
masculine gay dudes.
There are, but you know, shot in the
There-
dark, you're gonna hit a straight dude probably.
Well, yeah, but there's butch dudes.
Of course, there's butch dudes. I know. I've met plenty.
Butch dudes should have been the name of the pod. Butch dudes would have been an epic name for the podcast. We could have had flannel tears. God damn it.
Oh, bunions. our,
Yeah,
our bunions, dude.
Oh, big blue ox, top of the tier list.
Well, maybe in the next life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is the podcast we're going to do until we die. We already decided.
Well, unfortunately, that doesn't bode for long lives. Then. Oh, but okay. No, my point being is, I'm like, okay, I get it. He's a gay fella that's into very masculine gay dudes. Yeah.
I think for the most part. I don't want to speak for him. I don't want to speak for him.
Okay,
you know.
that's fair. Hey,
comment.
get the words out of you.
Buddy, comment.
You know,
Let us know.
don't be putting words in his mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not, Don't worry. I'm not putting anything in his mouth. Don't worry.
There it is.
Zing. Teed me up.
All the way up.
Oh. So, did you cry at the end of Passion of the Christ, or?
Yeah, but for different reasons. I was just tired and cranky.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like a baby. Cause, dude, because I got off the phone with you. By the way, you watched it with me. You
Yeah,
were
I heard
on the phone with
I
me.
heard the seagulls pecking out that one guy's eyes. I
Yeah.
heard that coming from the
crow.
TV.
That is so. That is. Yeah, Mel Gibson's just dastardly. He's like, yeah, this guy talks shit to Jesus, and then this bird comes out and backs at him because he's like, you don't talk shit to Jesus. I didn't get that. It's like, is the crow from God? Like, why would God send
God
a
sent that
bird?
crow to fuck up that guy's
Yeah, like,
eyes.
I'm gonna let my begotten son die for the sins of the world, but you better shut the fuck up, guy next to him. That guy also dying on the cross right next to my kid. Shut up, dude.
We're gonna hasten that up. We're gonna make this happen faster.
Yeah.
He was
I
like,
do-
wait, who's talking shit? Hey, send some seagulls down there and wail on his eyes.
Yeah, dude. Peck at his eyebrow. Tell him to shut up.
He's gonna wail on that guy's
I
eyes.
do love the one guy. The one guy next to Jesus is like, hey, dog, like dying like this sucks. And Jesus is like, yeah, it does. He's like, can I come into heaven with you? And Jesus is like, yeah, bro, I got you. And then the guy next to him was like, this is fucking stupid. If you're God's son, why don't you save yourself? And I'm like, yeah, all right. I don't know if that's exactly how it went down, but you know.
Yeah, he said this is fucking stupid. Those
This
are the
is
words.
fucking stupid. It's a I think you should leave sketch.
Oh fuck! What the fuck is this? It's so fucking fucked up.
Fuck, dude, the guy next to me is so fucked up. He's gonna be dead before me. That's so fucked.
So he says he's the son of God and he gets to go to heaven? Is that the joke? Real funny, guys.
It is crazy. I'll joke about this all the time, but I'm as Catholic as Mark Wahlberg, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh, you got it. Did you see the reel I shared?
Yeah,
His Easter reel?
It was great,
Dude, he's my goat, dude.
that steel girder cross with
Yeah.
the-
I've watched it 100 times. He says
I'm behind you, but I'm double digits on that reel.
yeah.
Yo,
He was
it's the
like, he's
realest
like,
reel I've ever seen.
he's like, Happy Sunday, guys. Stay prayed up. God bless. Happy Easter. He is risen. And he like stands up and he's in front of a cross. It rocks, dude.
It's pretty cool. I do like that there's like levels of Catholic. You and I, good Catholic boys. I think your dad probably a better Catholic boy than us.
Mhm.
And then there's Mark Wahlberg and Gibson tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I don't know, man. The homily, the priest. I went to what is it, Our Lady of Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
Dude, the homily the priest gave this Easter was a fucking nut. Dude, sometimes the priests are bombing, and but it's their mic.
Do they
It's their
crowd work? What do they do to
No,
save
no,
it?
they're not doing a lot of crowd work. But it was like, don't forget what Easter's about. You know, he's like, everybody comes here on Easter, and he's like, why would this be any different? You know, we're doing this all year round. But it was, I don't know, it was kind of crazy because he's just like, basically, human nature is to be evil, and Jesus and God prove that you can
Hell
be
yeah.
good, so be good.
It's
And I'm
pretty
like,
rock and roll.
Yes, pretty cool. Also, like, there are little kids here. And when I thought you were going to be like, let's not forget what Easter's really about, I thought he was going to be like, it's not about the bunny or the chocolate.
Yeah.
No, this guy was out there just being like, there's hate and rape everywhere. We're not about that. I was like, fucking this.
You know what? That's fine, dude. It's churches for adults. Churches punk rock. Okay.
Yeah.
The little kids just should show them VeggieTales. If they can't handle it, show them VeggieTales.
I would
dude.
love that episode of VeggieTales.
Yeah, they hate and rape everywhere.
Yeah. Also, do they ever tell you?
Is there a VeggieTales about Sodom and Gomorrah?
Oh yeah, it's all cucumbers.
They're all. No, I think they're all radishes. I think that's the move.
I mean, ripcord radish and QBQ. Do they ever tell you what vegetable Jesus was?
No, I don't know if they ever show Jesus on VeggieTales.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure they don't. I feel like that's because I don't know. Like, what are you gonna make him a vegetable? Like,
I don't know.
it seems a little.
What? We're not talking about. We're not talking about Muhammad. Praise be to his name. We're talking about you
the
can
Prophet
draw
Muhammad.
Jesus. Yeah.
I'm Googling, was Jesus on Veggie Tales? Let's see what we got. Images. No. I don't see any images of. Well, okay, I see. No, not on classic American Veggie Tales.
Well, what about the Afghanistan animation Veggie?
Okay, well, there's like a knockoff Veggie Tales where it's a Jesus potato. It's called Viaggio Tiles.
All right, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Jesus is a potato.
Jesus
It
is a
explains
potato,
the
dude.
Irish love for the Lord. It canonically makes sense. No notes.
Jesus is in all the fries that you eat. That's just a fact.
Dude, Jesus as a potato.
He's in your fries. He's not in your taco, you dumb.
Slur alert.
He's in the
Yikes,
fries.
John.
That's the only place.
Yo, dude.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's what Veggie Tales is saying. I'm not saying them.
Slur alert.
Dude,
I'm gonna ask right now. Do you want me to slur alert that or no?
Sure, why not?
All
Sure.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. If you think you should, then maybe. I don't know. All right. Yeah, slur alert it. All right. 36-minute mark. Go ahead.
I mean, it was quite funny, but I was like, "Whoa, that one spilled out wicked easy."
No, I had to work really hard to get that one out. I was fighting all my good instincts.
I don't know, dude. That one felt like you've been practicing it in the shower for a minute.
Hey,
Oh,
new
God.
subject. I think. No, actually, I have realized. Literally right now, I realized. I think Wahlberg might be like the patron saint of this podcast because he's been a recurring topic since episode 1. Like,
Yeah.
he's just,
yeah.
he's one of our guys.
It's Marky Mark, dude. We're a Marky Mark podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in
It's
the
just a
Marcosphere.
Good vibration. Just a
Come on.
sweet sensation.
Oh yeah. Boom.
Yo, it's about that time. Bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme.
Wow, all
Sorry,
right. You
we're gonna-
have been marking some Wahlberg lately.
Dude,
That's also well done. Now we got the thumbnail and the song ready to go. I want tons of Mark Wahlbergs on this thumbnail.
It's gonna be all Wahlbergs.
All Wahlberg.
We should add Wahlbergs as a tier. We should call it the prayed up tier. That
Prayed
should
up
be-
tier. All right. Wait. We'll have our weekly, or we could have a yearly meetup at a Wahlburgers.
We go to
it's
Boston and
crazy
beat up an
'cause I
Asian
know-
guy together.
Well,
It's gonna be me. It's
I was
gonna.
gonna
You
say,
get to beat
yeah.
me up if you want. If you want to be a Wahlberg tier, you beat me up once a
you
year.
get to
That's
smack John around.
yeah.
I will say, because you are a Mark Wahlberg stan, I'll be here for Donnie. I'm a Donnie Wahlberg fan.
You're a Donnie guy. You're a New Kids on the Block guy.
More of a Band of Brothers, Donnie Wahlberg, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll follow him on New Kids on the Block. Why not?
I forgot he's in the Band of Brothers.
Yeah,
I like him in-
Sergeant Lipton. He's incredible.
Yeah. I like him in the Saw movies. He's good. He's good at those.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he plays a cop, and then
Grizzled detective. Yeah.
he's the guy in The Sixth Sense who's all like. That's like I don't remember any lines he says, but I remember he holds a gun. And he's like,
Hang on, wait. Yeah, make that noise again. There it is.
There we
Good
go.
sound bites. Yeah.
That's the cold open. Happy Easter, he is risen.
Oh man, yeah, I had a weird Easter, man.
Yeah?
It was yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Came into it sinning, and then repented.
Hell yeah.
And
Like
then
sinning? Like
I was sinning, dude.
yeah. So you came into
The
it.
kids are sinning. I'm out here sinning, dude. 5 milligrams, yeah, if I'm dehydrated. There's some. Here's something for your pearl necklace.
I've always wondered with the pearl necklace, because I've never done it before. I've never been on either end of it before. But I've always wondered, because like my understanding of it is for it to qualify as a pearl necklace, it's got to be like dot 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 dot. Like it's got to go.
I don't think so. No.
So
I think
it could just be just across, just. Bzz.
I think if you were looking at the medical textbook, the cartoon would show you the perfect dot dot dot
Little perforation.
But then when you go to the medical photographs in the textbook of what it would look like, you'd be like, all right, it's in the vicinity. It is what it is. More of a general gooing of the area.
General gooing?
A general gooing, yeah.
Hey, that's actually that's the Korean version of General Tso's chicken.
General gooing. That's actually my rank for the dummy gooners. I've gone from Sergeant Gooner to General Gooing.
Oh, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, it's a hell of a promotion.
Yeah. What happened to the last guy? Was the last guy the Pope?
He ran out of, he's all gooed out.
He ran out of goo.
He ran out of goo.
Imagine if that could happen.
Running out of goo?
Yeah, dude.
I'm running out that goo.
Run out that goo. Never gonna come.
Running out that goo. And running the goo. And gooing and coming.
On a necklace.
I was doing the Stranger Things song.
You're doing Run Up That Hill by Kate Bush. I know that.
Kate Bush. Oh,
the Stranger Things song.
Fucking Fat Bush, dude.
More like Big Old Bush.
Big old Bush. Yeah, I like Landing Strip Bush. She's well kept, but lets you know she's a lady.
Yeah, she sang that song "Running Through the Valley." That was Landing Strip Bush, the song.
Yeah. Oh man. Well,
that's my riff for the night. I'm riffed out.
I was gonna say, talk about being horned up adjacent today. Not full on horny. You're GTM right now.
Yeah. Well, I just got out of the gym, so I'm
Oh shit, that'll get you.
Yeah, I got like half of it out of my system.
Yeah, but the other.
But I'll tell you what, I'm seeing John Lerma tonight. He better get ready.
He's John Lerma.
He's gonna be the only fella around. Just me and him.
Going to the movies. Hey, John, you want some more popcorn? Oh man. No,
I got some popcorn right here, John. Do the old. Is that an actual trick people do? They put like a hole in the bottom of the bucket and they put their Johnson through
I don't know
the bucket hole.
Do that, but I'm sure monsters have. Yeah.
Yeah, monsters.
If you think a greasy fucking popcorn,
a buttery,
yeah, like
with cheddar seasoning on it, like ranch seasoning.
Instead of Altoid dust, you just have white cheddar dust on your cock and balls.
Hey, we'll try everything.
Yeah. You're ruining a pair of jeans for sure. And then there's no way it doesn't look like you absolutely destroyed your crotch with oil and cum. Like, dog, think that through. If you were going and you cut a hole in a popcorn bucket, it's doused in butter and oil for slippery purposes, and you bust. Dude, that's a war crime in your lap.
Yeah. Yes. Counterpoint.
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna get handy in the theater? Come on.
If I'm being honest,
I gotta get handy in the theater, dude.
Get an empty bucket. You get two buckets.
Yeah.
And then you put the popcorn.
You swap it out.
Yeah, you put the popcorn down. You should keep the
You do the old Indiana Jones like bag of sand swap.
But instead it's cock and balls instead of popcorn.
Yeah,
Man, what an awful texture change up if you were going for popcorn and then you just got squishy fucking sausage panda on.
I always thought the conceit of the popcorn bucket trick is that it was a trick. Like you're tricking the person. They think they're reaching for popcorn. And then they go, "Oh, what's this?" And then they go, "Oh, might as well just go for it."
Well, yeah, I mean that would be a classic assault. But yeah.
Well, yes, obviously,
Part of
and
part of
we're
the trick.
against that.
Anti-assault, yeah.
We are.
Here's the thing.
This
I
is an
think- I always
anti-assault
thought it
podcast.
was- oh, you know what? You're right. Because if you were sneaking your ween in the popcorn, yeah, that's nothing but assault. Whereas if
Yeah.
you're in on it and you switch the popcorn buckets out, because a gay dude taught me how to get a blowy in a. This is not gonna.
How'd he teach you, Lou?
It doesn't sound good. Your Honor, this was just a lecture, not in practice. I think it was a John Waters interview and or an Alex Boz story. Could be both. But
That's a hilarious couple of things to get confused.
well, no, it's come on. I'll tell you this much. If I didn't hear it from Boz, I know he saw the same John Waters interview.
Okay.
But Waters talks about getting a blowjob back in the day at shopping malls. Good cruising spot. And he's like, you get a couple of big old like designer store designer. What are the big warehouse stores called? Like J.C. Penney and all that shit. What are they? Department store.
Oh
You get,
yeah.
like big old department store bags.
Yeah.
You put a couple of those down in the stall, right? You're sitting on the toilet, then your sucketh gets in the stall, but then they put their feet in the department store bags. So if somebody's looking in, it just looks like you have two department store bags kind
Sure.
of jiggling around
All right.
as you are taking a dump and definitely not getting your dick sucked.
That's so complicated, dude. I don't.
Hey, dude, I'm just saying, you want to talk about the Mossad and getting your dick sucked. Gay dudes know how to get their dick sucked, dude. They're out there.
Look, you can say whatever you want about me.
think we're- all right.
I have never been that bricked up in my life.
I was going to say, you think we're horny. In
Yeah.
the gay community, we'd be lower tier horny guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolute low tier horny.
We're D tier horny
No,
compared
I've
to some
seen,
of those guys.
dude, gay dudes are hilarious. They're awesome how horny they are because they're like
Yeah.
air humping. Yeah, you ever seen like the horniest of gay dudes just kind of fucking squiggling? I'm like, that guy's humping nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready to
Dude,
go.
You know what the horniest gay dudes look like to me?
What's all right? No,
They look really fast because they're coming towards me and I'm trying to get away. Every time I see a really horny gay dude, he's just like,
How often are you seeing really horny gay dudes?
dude, all the time.
Yeah, what are you on safari?
No, I'm not. I don't want to sound like I'm characterizing gay dudes as being ravenous. They're mostly some I assume are good people.
Hey, we're the gays for Johnny.
we're the gays for Johnny.
We're the gay dude. Still legendary.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
evil, awful, authoritarian douche. But
Are you
Trump's-
talking about gay people or Trump?
It can be both. What if Trump just in a couple of months is like, yeah, I'm gay. I've always been gay.
The thing is, Trump is so gay, dude. Like he's like culturally, he's very gay. He's all like, like I wouldn't have worn that dress. Like that's his kind of, like that's
Well,
like the insult he does.
He's definitely, I mean, stealing from everybody. He's stolen cattiness.
Mhm.
He knows how to be super. He's mean to women in the same way gay guys are mean to women.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he was studying like how do I absolutely destroy like Rosie O'Donnell, and he's like, oh, he opened up the gay playbook, and he's like, these are some good plays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna incorporate them in the team.
He does.
And then
He-
the rest of his coaching staff is like, I don't know if we can use that. And he's
Yeah.
like, nah, we're gonna use it.
Trump
They're
has
like-
a diverse arsenal of attacks. He pulls from everything. That's
Absolutely.
that is
Yeah.
true.
All right. Do we have any dummy gunner questions this week?
Oh, good question. Let's sorry, hang on.
All right.
Stall for a
So,
second.
All right, I'll start doing some butt plugs while you're doing dummy gunner lookups.
All right.
All right, everybody. This episode comes out on April 24th. So, let's see. In the Maxine calendar, I have my dad's radiation treatment ends the 25th. That's incorrect. It'll be first week of May. So nothing to plug that week. But May 1st through the 3rd, I will be at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase with Adam Deggy, and we are both opening for Zach Martina, who is filming his special there that weekend. So that'll be a fun weekend. I'll be back home. And then zipping right back to West Hazlitt, a.k.a. Chicagoland. I will be at the Vixen Theater in, what was that? Hey, Jim? Yeah. What city is the Vixen Theater in? Mechanicsburg? McHenry. May 7th, at the Vixen Theater in McHenry, and then I'll save the rest of the plugs for May. Later date. But anyways, that's what I got going on coming up.
Okay. We don't have any new questions
Cool.
at the moment. So I will just say my butt plugs. I've got, let's see. Oh, yeah, this weekend. So this will come out Thursday. So Friday and Saturday, I'm at the Badgerland Comedy Festival in Janesville, Wisconsin. I'll be at the Comedy Cabin both nights. I'm opening for, shit. Oh, no. Oh. Oh gosh!
I ain't closing yet, but I'm opening.
Yeah. I'm opening for Neil Rubenstein
Good
Friday
save.
night.
I'll
and
edit
then,
that over.
Yeah. But please do. Sorry, Neil. And then I'm on the Best of the Best showcase Saturday night. And then on the 10th, May 10th, I'll be in Lake Odessa. It's a show that Alexis Stanton booked me on. I'm featuring for.
Neil?
This would have been a
again?
good thing to. Yeah, no.
Neil again?
All right, it's Comedy at the Hugh House in Lake Odessa. I'm featuring for Ryan Brown there, so come see me and Ryan Brown.
Okay. I'm
in,
actually
Lake Odessa.
I'm home that weekend. I'm not doing comedy, but if you want to hang out, I'm home that weekend.
Yeah, I'll hang out socially.
Yeah, I'll be in the
right.
Plymouth
All right, you little
Land area.
cutie.
Well,
You
yeah.
want to hang? You want to get together?
I want to hang out with old. Just because I'm losing weight and I'm fucking all shoulders up again, I don't want you patting me on my lower back going, Lou.
Oh no! I'm not being perverted about it.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
just
you were
saying,
being perverted.
I
My
was
bad.
just like, it was just kind of, it was cute. It was just like,
Okay.
oh, if you want to
Whoa,
hang out, like,
I'll go
you know.
back. Whoa, I'm sorry. My perv defenses are up because stuff's been getting thrown at me.
Oh no!
Lot of wiener. Lot of wiener.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
are you catching it? You catching? You dodging? What are you doing?
Those floppy bastards are hitting my windshield. I'm just I'm using the spray. I'm like, get out of here. Oh no, John, it's raining hogs again.
It's a raining hogs. Hallelujah!
damn
It's
it.
a raining hogs.
No, it'd be the
Oh no!
the straight guy version of that song is "It's raining hogs, son of a bitch. It's raining hogs." All right,
Not again.
hang on. We gotta bump. You see that camera?
Yeah.
Let me see some mic on camera action.
Yeah. Oh, are we ending? Wait, are we ending too early? Is this gonna be?
No, we got to do post show stuff because we don't have dummy gutter credits.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
on,
Sounds
man.
good.
Come
All right.
on,
Bump
you know
mics.
how this is done.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Rest in peace, Pope Francis. Dad, if you're
He's up
listening,
there absolutely railing.
that Brazilian puss.
No, there's no virgins in heaven. He's not a baby. He's a grown-ass man. Absolutely. I'm going to say 1970s Brazilian models that he absolutely wanted to slam.
Full bush.
Yeah?
We're not talking landing strips. This is the
talking
70s.
Unkempt Brazilian Amazon. There's fucking pygmies running out of that shit.
There's a
I don't know if I can say that, but
no, it's fine. Nigel Thornberry with the machetes coming out of it, going, "Oh, bloody hell! What is this? What's in here?"
It's a whole RV with a family and a film crew just driving out. Jesus up on the Rio de Janeiro. Jesus is just clapping his hands finally, like, wait, look who's finally getting some. You are Pope.
Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry we made so many jokes about the Pope having sex, but
It was after he died.
And listen, the Pope admitted that's what made him such a cool Pope. That's what made him such a sick dude. He admitted to it. He was like, yeah. Dude, I almost didn't become a priest because there was one lady, one Brazilian smoke show that made me want to not take a vow of celibacy.
I'll tell you
Imagine,
right now.
dude, what did she look like?
One Brazilian smoke show is all it. Oh, what are you talking about? Have you seen the average Brazilian influencer? They're like, oh, I'm a 6 back home. I'm like, good God.
I know,
Like,
but I'm saying if there was only one that tempted him, I'm getting sweaty.
Oh, do you think
Thinking
she's
about
still out there being like, I almost had the Pope? Imagine being that
the
lady.
one that got away.
Yeah, the one that got away ended up being the Pope.
Yeah.
What if he had an absolute lordly hammer on him as well?
Oh, probably.
Just all the swinging dongs around the Vatican just not being used. Talk about real bell knobs.
Just like, I bless you. Waving it back and forth. I bless you.
Oh, St. Peter's Basilica's ringing tonight. Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. So I will say this. I hope heaven is a place where the 7 deadly sins are no longer even a temptation. We're just lobotomized from that. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Like,
I hope that you're rewarded for withholding from sin by getting to sin constantly.
no,
That's what I hope.
I just hope there's no temptation in heaven. I think that would be the best.
No, I disagree.
You're up there, like you can eat as much spaghetti and fuck as much pussy. As
Yes,
you want.
that's what I'm saying.
That's hell, dude. That's for sure hell.
No, hell is
There's
like you're getting
Twilight Zones
stuck
about
with
that.
spears all the time.
Oh, sure,
Like,
but hell could
that's
also
torture.
be like, no, you can fuck and eat as much as you
No,
want.
my idea of heaven is like, okay, you held off for all these years, okay? Now you get to.
That's not heaven.
You've made it to the other end of the tunnel. You get all the things that you had to withhold from.
It's not like the marshmallow game with children where it's like you don't get to fuck or do all of the sins, but when you die, if you were a good boy, then you get it forever.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why.
Not it at all.
No, hang on. Listen, the Bible doesn't prove one of us right or wrong.
Yes, it
So
the fuck does.
we're both entitled to our own definitions of what's in heaven.
I'm telling you, you're describing a circle of hell.
That from what? Not from the Bible. Maybe from like.
First of all, there's very little description of hell. In
Exactly. No, most of the heaven hell descriptions come from something else. So
Virgil
sorry,
and-
I don't subscribe to the Divine Comedy.
know
I
what it
subscribe
comes
to
from.
the Gideon's Holy Bible, dude.
I have a
Placed in my
Gideon's-
hotel
I have a
room.
Gideon's Bible.
I
man.
subscribe to the Precious
I've
Moments Bible
had-
for Catholics
oh my God,
that I
I've
have
had
on my
plenty
shelf.
of sad weekends. You know how crank done you got to be to look at the Bible just covered in goo?
Oh, I know.
Making your own wristwatches of goo.
I
And
do
then
know.
You go, "All right.
Wristwatch.
Hey, Rogan, I got a new watch
A
for you.
little pearl wristwatch.
Yeah, I got a gift for you, Rogies. And then you just goo on his wrist. That's a freckle past a nut.
Wow,
man.
that is wild. Hey, Jamie, pull me off. Hey, Jamie, pull me off.
Jamie, tug me off.
Hey, Jamie, jack me off real quick. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, oh, feels good. All right, Johnny, any last notes before we head over to the Patreon?
Any last notes?
Patreon me.
No. I just hey, big dog shout out to Joey and Phil, husbands of my cousins. I was talking to them on Easter, and they're very supportive of my comedy career, and they're very sweet guys, and so Joey, Phil, if either of you are listening, shout out to you guys.
I hope so. Big dog shout out to Corey. Thank you for being the newest Patreon member.
Thank you, Corey. At $4.50.
Made up his own tier. He's the single and only rock a queer, and at $4.50, making up a new tier list. So there you go. Not quite a rocketeer, not quite.
So, I don't know what you're trying to.
There's. You know what? I'm gonna let Snow Roach do the insinuations for who the fuck we were talking about all podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Shout out Dummy Gutters. Shout out CCP card holders. Shout out Rocketeers on the Patreon. And we'll see you over on the Patreon.
See you on Patreon.
Bye, everybody. Have a good
Bye-bye.
week. If you're not on the Patreon, we still love you. Have a good week. Okay, bye.
That is a spicy podcast.
Bunch of slap-jawed
Chinese
rocket. Puss.